When you think of iconic anime transformations, what comes to mind? Naruto's Baryon mode? Aaron's Attack Titan? Maybe even Denji's Chainsaw Devil thing? Well, you're wrong, okay? Because none of these Gen Z transformations would have ever existed without the millennials getting Super Saiyan Goku. What would have happened if a 15-year-old Goku unlocked the power of the Golden Locked form when Krillin first died in the King Piccolo arc of Dragon Ball? Almost an entire decade before he did in the show, by the way. Stay with us until the end to see different scenarios play out this time around. You find your best friend dead, no, murdered, lying on the floor while you and your other friends were supposed to be celebrating and having a nice dinner. You'd probably be upset, right? Like, angrier than you've ever been in your short little life. And it's no different for Goku, except this time he gets so angry that clouds begin to form above him, and his hair begins to stand up. Thunder cracks as Goku's eyes go white and his hair starts flickering blonde. And just as Goku's friends catch up with him to see why he ran off, a golden light explodes from the building. Goku is a Super Saiyan with a mission. Goku calmly explains that Krillin's killer has a Dragon Ball and asks for the Dragon Radar to track the monster down. Once he has the radar, Goku flies off with the help of his Nimbus. The newly Super Saiyan Goku easily kills Tambourine, getting revenge for Krillin. And from here, King Piccolo's basically already dead. He'd stand no chance against this Goku. Goku's still able to train with Kami because Piccolo's first son, Piano, is alive, and things stay pretty much the same until Raditz's arrival. Goku's much more excited to fight him, hoping he'll be strong. After a short fight with decent back and forth, Goku asks Raditz if all Saiyans can do the yellow hair thing. Raditz just looks at Goku with the same confused look my friends give me when I tell them I watch dubbed anime. But that look quickly changes to the look my friends give me when I tell them I've never seen One Piece. Pure horror when Goku turns Super Saiyan. Raditz's scouter blows up and all he can do is stare in a cold sweat. Goku looks disappointed and asks if all Saiyans are as strong as him. Raditz quickly replies by letting Goku know about Vegeta and Nappa. Suddenly, Goku has a great idea. He tells Raditz he should stay here and train with him. Raditz wants to laugh in Goku's face, but the facts are undeniable. Goku, to Raditz, is unkillable. Raditz suddenly remembers that silly legend, the Super Saiyan, and believes Goku might actually be him. Mostly in desperation to not die, Raditz accepts. And hey, if Goku can help him get stronger, why not? Together, Goku and his brother go to Kami, hoping he'll help with the training of Raditz. But Goku's shocked to see Piano, who he immediately trusts, being Goku and all. Against his better judgment, Kami agrees to train Goku's brother, hoping he'll be an asset to Earth's safety like Goku. Within a year, Raditz has rocketed in strength, but hasn't unlocked Super Saiyan, much to his depression. Eventually, Vegeta and Nappa arrive on Earth, believing Raditz died when his scouter exploded. The heroes on the lookout all sense the villainous aura of the two Saiyans, and Raditz notes it must be his old boss? Teammates? Anyway, the Saiyan brothers and Piano fly headfirst toward the invaders. They meet, and Vegeta does the whole, "Oh, Raditz, we thought you were dead, why are you good now?" thing. But that's when Raditz powers up to his max, tired of Vegeta calling him weak. Vegeta and Nappa are stunned when Raditz, of all people, overloads their scouters, causing them to blow up. Raditz, eager to prove how far he's come, charges Vegeta. Vegeta can't even react and gets knocked out of the air. Nappa goes to help Vegeta, but the Prince's pride orders the Dwayne Johnson impersonator to stay back and kill Goku and Piano. The fight begins, and things are pretty even actually. Goku's strong, but without training in King Kai, his base form wouldn't be quite as strong as in the anime. Goku asks Piano not to help, starting to actually enjoy a stronger opponent. But Nappa quickly plants some Cybermen, which Piano takes on so Goku doesn't get overwhelmed. While Vegeta's getting increasingly stressed with how not weak Raditz is, eventually Vegeta powers up to full power and the tables start turning ever so slightly. Then the tables do a backflip when Raditz and Vegeta do the iconic beam clash and Raditz gets overpowered. Battered and beaten, Raditz wallows at the fact he couldn't even get strong enough to beat Vegeta. Vegeta calls Raditz pathetic and berates the Saiyan until Raditz begins to swell with power and rage. In a blinding golden flash, Raditz turns Super Saiyan. While Vegeta's still in shock, Raditz takes the opportunity to end Vegeta with a super weekend. And while celebrating his brother's strength, Nappa almost kills Goku with a surprise mouth blast. Goku turns Super Saiyan just in time though, and retaliates with a Nappa-destroying Kamehameha. Goku checks on his brother, who's passed out. Goku gives Raditz a Sensu Bean and he recovers instantly, but not in time to save poor Piano from Yamcha's explosive fate. Yeah, that's bad. With Piano dead, so is Kami, so no more Dragon Balls. So Goku heads to Namek anyway, having learned about the Namekian Dragon Balls from Vegeta, boasting about his soon-to-be immortality. But this time, just Raditz accompanies Goku, because the two of them are strong enough for practically anything, and Goku kinda started considering his friends too weak to help. He thinks of them as liabilities, needing to be protected. Also, I'm pretty sure Raditz will be smart enough to pilot their spaceship, so no Bulma necessary. The brothers land on Namek and honestly blitz through everyone. But with Vegeta and Nappa dead, Frieza would deploy the Ginyu Force much sooner. And so by the time Goku and Raditz get there, Frieza would be much closer to his immortality. Eventually, the two find Guru getting intimidated by G-Sin Birder. Goku and Raditz quickly stop this by killing the weaklings. And as thanks, Guru awakens both of their potentials. But the sudden rise in power attracts the wrong kind of attention. On his own, Goku could easily defeat the Ginyu Force, save for Ginyu himself, whose body-swapping technique might cause trouble. But with Raditz, who's close to the same power level and presumably knows about the Ginyu Force and their abilities, they really don't stand a chance. So the brothers defeat the Ginyu Force and Frieza starts worrying a bit. With Zarbon and Dodoria searching for the final Dragon Ball, Frieza decides to put an end to the Saiyans himself. Goku tells Raditz to stop Frieza's goons and tosses him the Dragon Radar before flying at Frieza. Frieza quickly realizes he has to power up against Goku and transforms to his towering second form. After more fighting, Goku tells Frieza he thought he'd be stronger. This sends the Galactic Emperor into an egotistical rage, and he jumps to his final form. On the other side of the world, literally, Raditz tears through both Zarbon and Dodoria without issue. Goku, enjoying his fight with Frieza, is almost afraid to turn Super Saiyan, but he's learned not to get too cocky, so he goes Super Saiyan. Suddenly, Frieza's not putting up a fight anymore. Raditz, fearing he's missed out on the action, rushes to the fight, surprising and horrifying Frieza by going blonde. And against the two Super Saiyans, Frieza receives the biggest beating the galaxy's ever seen. Before he can even realize it, Frieza's dissolved by a combined Kamehameha and Weekend, and together, the Saiyan brothers get revenge for their entire race. Back on Earth, Raditz would end up with Bulma, and together they give us Trunks, who still comes from the future to warn Goku of a heart virus, the androids, and helps the gang defeat a final form King Cold. I can't see why the androids would be stronger, except Cell, who would be much stronger. So I think everyone trains as usual. But Goku's a good father this time and stops Gohan from fighting as a whole. Also, having already mastered Super Saiyan, both of the Saiyan brothers would unlock Super Saiyan 2, and really early to boot. So the androids get taken out pretty easily, and Cell can't achieve his perfect form. Nice. Then the Buu saga plays out almost verbatim except no Majin Vegeta. Goku never visited Yartrat, so he doesn't know instant transmission, and he never died to Cell, so he doesn't know the fusion dance. All very important techniques, but by training with Raditz, Goku would still unlock Super Saiyan 3. When the time comes to finally fight Buu, the brothers would do well, but even together they'd stand no chance. Instead of Gohan, Raditz will be blown away and presumed dead, sending Goku to an angry Super Saiyan 3. And again, like Gohan, Raditz would go to Supreme Kai's planet to train with the Z-Sword. But being too much like Goku, Raditz breaks the sword incredibly fast, releasing old Kai, who Raditz convinces to unlock his latent potential. While on Earth, Goku tires himself out fighting Buu. Buu gets bored and is about to kill Goku, but Piano appears and distracts Buu so Goku can escape. With Piano's key tricks, they both make it out and head to the lookout, where Goku eats a Sensu Bean and trains in the hyperbolic time chamber. After half a year in there, Goku emerges to face the pink putty monster again. After some fighting, Buu kills Babidi for barking orders at him. Raditz's time is up, and he becomes Ultimate Raditz. Supreme Kai teleports Raditz to Goku, and together, Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Ultimate Raditz would absolutely lay into the blob, killing Buu just like Frieza. Boom! Peace. At least until Beerus. Honestly, it's fun how much changes from just altering the timing of a single event. But that's what keeps What Ifs so interesting. And I love Vegeta, but they really did Raditz dirty. So was awesome seeing him in the spotlight. But what'd you think? Any other big changes we missed? Would it have impacted Dragon Ball Super in any big ways? Check out this video next!